Hi friends, Kelly here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am working on another folio journal thing. One of these days I'm going to come up with a real name for this, but for now I kind of like the goofy, I call it all different things. It's more me. I have started, you guys are kind of going to catch me here with it already started, because I have started this project, but I haven't done a whole lot. So let me show you what it is I've done so far. If this is the first time you're seeing anything like this, I have a project that I've been working on for, well, I can officially say over a year now, called Case Closed. It is a folio junk journal project, and that playlist is linked below. I'm not done with that one, but I have enjoyed it. So I have been saying this probably almost a year or two. I want to do one that is more nature focused, kind of like field notes, junk journal. So that is what I am going to begin. So here we go. If you go back and watch my first couple videos in Case Closed, I talk through how I made this folio. I'm going to do that again, but I'm going to do it a little bit more briefly. So if you need something a little more in depth, I would definitely recommend going back to that video because I do believe I cover it a little bit deeper. Okay, so I have my notes out, and what you can see here, these are measurements based on a Pendaflex folder. I'm actually not sure what it's called. I know it's Pendaflex is the brand. I know that you can get off brands. I will make sure to link something below. If you go all the way to the bottom of my links, you'll see, or the bottom of this video description, you'll see the links to different things that I use. But it is called a Pendaflex file folder. I think that's what it's called. So I've used two for this project, and I have created them to sandwich together. Okay, so because I already know the dimensions of what I'm working on, I have my dimensions here. But really what you need to do is, if you're going to do a project like this, you need to decide how high you want it and how wide. So the width of the pages, and are you going to add in tabs and things like that? So that'll make sense here in just a second because I'll walk you through kind of what I have already. But for the sake of what I have on my desk, my project is 10 inches. The right side is, when it opens up, it should be 8 3/4 inches, and the left side should be 9, and this is the cover, 9 1/4. And then on the inside, all of my pages, well, let's just open it up because this will make a whole lot more sense. Okay, oh, and I have a new printable to share, so a little peek at that. I'll set that aside. Let's talk through this here. 2 pieces, as you can see. This is the cover. I've already done some work on it, and I've already made some of those decisions. So let me, I know I feel like you're kind of coming into the middle of a conversation I've already been having, but it'll all come together, trust me. So this is the cover. This is the outside, front and back. All I have done so far is figure out my measurements, cut things down, and I have done some inking, staining, and stamping. Very simple. And I will kind of talk you through each of those things here as we dive a little deeper. But I want to open it up and show you what I mean about figuring out your dimensions. So this is my front cover, this panel here. However, and I've already kind of started putting it together. I wasn't sure I was going to share this on camera, and now I have decided I am. So for what it's worth, this piece was folded out here, right? So I decided that I wanted to have a pocket on this side. So I folded it in. I've actually already attached it down here. And then I just did a quick cut here. I used, what is this thing? Where is it? Of course I can't find it now. It's the punch that you get with an envelope. It's like an envelope notch punch that you get with a scoring board, which I have. Gosh, I'm so sorry. I should have that out. Let me grab it. Here it is. So this has a corner rounder and a notch. So if you can kind of see this notch, that's how I create tabs. That's how I created, I think I did it on this side. Can't quite remember. But all I did was I used that to kind of create this corner here. Hopefully this is making some sense. As you can see, I did a whole bunch of stamping. Then over here, I have Here you go, Pendaflex. So I have another page that I decided I want to fold over, and I'm probably going to secure it top and bottom and make that into a pocket. And then I have this side here, did some lovely stenciling. Oh, and I did some stenciling. This page here, I didn't have any extra pieces flopping about, so I cut that down, but I did add some of the hardbar back in. Oh, this is why I didn't record any of this, because it was a nightmare. I had some that I was able to pop off and reuse, and then I had some that were just absolutely not happening. Let's see if I have, so like here are the top pieces here. You can see I kind of mutilated some of this here because getting this off was not super awesome, but I was able to do it. So keep your bits and pieces, your scraps. So this is, as you can see, this was blue. This is the color this folder was. So lots of inking and staining. I shouldn't say lots because it really didn't take a crazy amount of product. It just took a lot of elbow grease. Another reason why I did not film that, because boring. Okay, this is the very back cover of the cover, and of course a lot of this is probably not even going to be seen. I realized that after I spent all the time inking it and stamping it, but for what it's worth, just in case it does show, I wanted to make sure it was covered. And also it's a really great space. If you know you're going to cover something up, use that space to test things out. Like I was able to test out inks and different things like that. So it's still worth spending the extra energy on if you don't plan ahead and you've done it and then you come back and you go, I don't know why I wasted time on that. Well, it's still probably worth it. Okay, and then this piece here is going to be the closure. Okay, so be like that. All right, so the second piece is the insert. This is going to be the right side, and it's going to get tucked in. And I gotta be honest, I thought about how I'm going to put these two together, and I think I have a solution, but I'm also a little nervous about it. So let's see what this, here, I'll show you guys what this looks like. Again, some inking. This one you will see, I think. It'll make sense when I put it together. I folded this side in to create a large pocket. I have not secured that. That is why you see the paper clips. Here is another just simple page. Here's where things got a little kooky. I actually added this piece back in. You can see right here, there's the seam. I wanted to try to create some sort of like document holder or something. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. And I did not write any notes intentionally because I want to challenge myself to come back and be forced to figure out what to do with this. But initially what I'm thinking is I might put in some sort of pocket or attach some sort of signature or notepad or something. Then this will close, and then I'm thinking I'll put closure here and then run some twine or something to kind of do one of those figure 8 closures. There'll be some on the back, and then I was forward thinking on this. I have built, you see this? Can you see that? Hopefully, you can see it's dimensional. See, there's a little bit of a gusset here. It almost looks like a box. I built this, again, just using some scraps, and I added some ink, some inking details just to make sure the bottom was covered and the sides. This is going to be on the back page. So actually, now that I think about it, you will see this. You just won't see down here. That's what it was. Okay, so this is gonna get attached here somehow. And I can't remember how I'm gonna do this. I did work it out, so I know it will work, but now I didn't write any notes, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so it's gonna have kind of this box almost. Very nice, structured. Can you see that? Probably not. Maybe there. Can you kind of see how it's got some structure to it? So this is going to be great to put extra things in. So it could go like a mini journal or something in it. And then this will close. Here we go with the flipping and flopping. If you've seen case closed, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It'll go like this. It'll go like this. It'll go like this. It will go like this. And it will go like this. Ha ha ha! There. Okay, so that is how this whole thing is going to look when it's done. I'll show it from this end. So you see there's that box, and then I have space to put ephemera and all kinds of fun stuff in. And then I can put something on the outside. I kind of have a lot of ideas for this one. This one will be a little bit, I think, easier to do than Case Closed because the subject matter is just so much more forgiving and easy and fun. I mean, don't get me wrong, Case Closed is super fun, a little grim, but fun. This one's gonna be just a total joy. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Okay, so that's my structure. Now, everything that's gonna go into this can go into any sort of structure, any sort of junk journal, any sort of thing. It can be standalones, it could go together as a project, however you want to do this. So that is my goal with this series. I want to be able to create this whole project, but each one of the things I create could stand alone. Just like Case Closed, all of those items can stand alone on their own. So that is kind of my goal and purpose with this, and is to have a whole lot of fun. So you can see here, the whole attaching thing, it might end up being that just, how do I want to do this? Just the box gets attached and this is independent, or yeah, it might have to be, because if I just attach it there, then that really, here, let's try something. Let me grab paper clips. So paper clips are your best friend when it comes to this, kind of mocking something up. And you can probably understand now why I did not film putting this together. This is my second one though, so maybe I'll have the confidence to film it going forward. Okay, so if this, no, it wouldn't look like that. It would be, because this part would have to still be, I want this to still flap open. So this here would be attached somehow. I can do this without wrecking it. I mean, let's be honest, it's not, nothing's gonna wreck it. It's supposed to be distressed and all the things. If I could just pin it in. Okay, so then, so this closes, this flaps open and can go like this. Okay, then that is attached. Then that opens, that, I see a problem. I don't like that because it's going to be very restricted on how far it can open. Okay. That is, I think, why I decided to create the box and give it structure. So this whole thing is going to rely on, it's going to be a little floppy there. Well, you know what? That's a decision I made that we'll have to deal with when we get to it. I still haven't put Case Closed together, so that's another one I have to figure out. So I'm not going to worry about it right now. Okay. So that's where everything that gets made is going to live. So let's put this aside. Before I do that, again, let me just very quickly. This was all accomplished through using Distress Stain ink, Distress Oxide ink. No, hold on. Let me grab the product because I don't want to get it wrong. Okay, so here's what I used. I used some of this Distress Spray Stain. This is in tea dye. I used a bit of the Distress Oxide Spray in Vintage Photo, and I used a bit in Walnut Stain. I also have, let's see, what other colors do I have? That's just an extra Walnut Stain. Oh, no, I did not. I have Crackling Campfire. I didn't use that. I don't think I used Salvage Patina or Cracked Pistachio, but those are the only other ones I own. I haven't bought a lot of those because I'm not entirely sure always what to do with them other than this. But then to add more interest and pops of color, I did use some inks. This is definitely, I won't say definitely, I am leaning into this being either ground espresso or, why can I not think of the names of these things? Scorched Timber. So you can see I've got some darker pieces here. This is all with stenciling, and then I've just added in some stamping. I'm gonna add a whole lot more. Some stenciling, some stamping. So kind of thinking through where I want little bits and pieces, and then if it gets covered up, I can just add it back in. This is a stencil. And then, like I said, the back, like this is gonna get covered, but I like this. So I'm gonna do that somewhere else, and numbers, things like that. And I don't think I did a ton on this one. I left this open so far. And I did this piece here. So you can, this chalky kind of look. Oh, I have the hiccups, great. That's perfect timing. This chalky look is achieved with the oxide. Yep. Okay. So then it's just like tucking in, you know, stamps here and there. It's kind of fun. Okay, so that's the base. Ooh, I like this right here a lot. These numbers. I like it all. Oh, and then there's that there. I just like it. Okay, so let's put that aside and talk about what's going inside of it. Okay, here is my next digital. This is available in my Etsy shop. The link is below. If you did not check out my last video, I debuted my new Etsy shop. I have some new stamp sets. I also am starting to release some digital sets. I am so excited about them. This one here is called Naturalist Notes, Volume 1. I can tell you can guess there will be additional volumes. So I'll do a quick flip through, but I'm going to be using this today in some capacity. So just like this in that Volume 1, again, go back, check out my last video if you have no idea what I'm talking about. It is a 15-page set. You can download it. It's PDF, 8.5 by 11 PDF on my Etsy shop, in my Etsy shop. I'm going to do that wrong every time. And just like this and that, it's going to be a combo of different elements, some photos, a background paper, etc. So let's do a quick flip through. I have printed these today onto Canon photo matte paper. So it is a matte photo paper. I love the coloring that I get from that. It just pops. Everything, like the printing is just beautiful. So that is my preferred paper. Link is also in the description below. Okay, so here we go. This is going to be a hodgepodge, right? So the intention behind this, my idea, the story I'm telling here, is that this, rather than saying it is somebody that studies bugs or moths or birds or whatever, all the ologies, this is representative of maybe a person or a project that is more of a naturalist, somebody who, I'm probably getting this definition wrong, but in my own head, my own created version of a naturalist is somebody who just loves the study of all nature, right? And they're in all of it. They're studying the ocean, they're studying forests, they're studying ecosystems, they're studying bugs and fungus and mushrooms, all the things. So that's what this is going to be. It's going to be all of it. Okay, so we have bugs, frogs, birds. There will be some snapshots thrown in, and they all will have either a perspective of catching a specimen in the wild, right? Or the people that are doing the work. So if you're unfamiliar with my Janie journal, I'm not going to pull it back out. I did that last video, and there's plenty of videos to see. Maybe there aren't plenty of videos, but I'm a storyteller. I love to have a story. I love to have a purpose or a focal point for a project. And so I don't know if it's going to be a person or what. The story will develop as I go. Enough talking. Let's just flip through. Okay, so here we go. You can see different scales. Everything kind of has this nice, really warm color tone. I tried to keep a color tone very warm, very vintage, antiqued, but there's still pops of color. There's still some different colorways. Like here you get a little green bug. So I love that. I don't want everything to be brown. Here we go with... Again, anytime I have some space, some awkward space, I'm going to throw in some sort of fussy cut item. So here we have a fern, a feather, and a moth. I think I use this one also in this and that, but it's probably a different size. I just love this one so much. Here we have like a historical photo of some guys here that are from the Bureau of Entomology. Rather than trimming this photo out and giving you the photo, I gave you this whole piece. This is actually from like a file of like historical data, so you get some more information. So that's kind of fun. So you could use it either way. You can trim this out, trim this out, trim this out, trim the photo out, and then have oh, that's a great idea. I'm going to trim this photo out because I can print this as many times as I want, and maybe make this into like, put a piece of vellum or transparency and make it into something else. also, like put some bugs in it. Yeah, that'd be cool. I like that idea. Got some illustrations and some tables with numbers. Who doesn't love numbers? Little random illustrations of things. I did incorporate blues, greens, kind of that whole color tone. This is a completely blank document that you could fill in, or you could stamp on, or you can do whatever you want to it. And then there's some other things that just kind of go with the idea of like an explorer or somebody in nature. So like here's some information about some kayak paddles, covers of books, different things like this, different like specimen labels and tags. I don't have a ton of those yet. Like the really cute little ones that have like names of specimens and stuff. I'm working on a kit, but that one I got to design from scratch, and that one's going to take time. And so, I mean, I designed all of these from scratch, but a lot of this is just curating stuff. That one is going to be like its own thing. So I'm a little nervous to get on to that project. Here we go with some more stuff about birds. We have some fish, some really ugly fish, because I like that. And mushrooms, another fussy cut of a bug. Here is a, like a microscope or some sort of tool, some sort of graph, more graphing. Here is a business card for Ignacio something, I can't pronounce that. Chief Section of Hydrology and Fisheries Biology. The Bureau of Fisheries. I love that. Just some pretty illustrations. Here we have a page out of a book about trees, I think, or something. Logging, maybe, not really sure. Some fish. These would be really cool to color in with like some watercolors or some pencils or something. So I'm sure, or you could just ink them too. You could just take some antique linen and just ink right over it. Here's a skull of what is probably like an elephant or something. And then there's other like things that kind of go into this world. Like here's a beautiful painting of some flowers. So imagine this person in their downtime is sketching what they see, the beauty around them, the oddities around them, and they make drawings and they do all this kind of stuff, right? And then you get, again, some just random scale of some sort. I don't know what that is. Oh, speaking of which, with the drawings and sketches, here's one. It's a little bit fuzzy. I don't want to say fuzzy. It's a little bit illegible, and that's intentional. I don't like getting caught up in like what am I reading or what does it say. So for this one, I blew it up intentionally to make the scale of this bug bigger, but then it kind of distorted the words a little bit, made it a little more faded and a little bit more used almost. I think that's a good way to say that. Here's a guy, can't remember his name. He is a famous, well, I don't know how famous he is if I can't remember his name, but he was a scientist of some sort in the field. I can't remember. I have his name somewhere. Here is just a permit of some sort for territory of Hawaii, Board of Agriculture and Forestry Division of Forestry, blah, from the 60s. Beautiful birds. This is actually the cover of a magazine, The Ornithologist, but I shrunk it down to make it more of a card. Here is a photo. The coloring is a little bit more blue than I think I would like, but I'm gonna leave it because I think that's interesting. Here are a few pieces that actually came from, they're the description of a few different photos. Like this one is actually, I think right here. Yeah, it says a deep gorge on the way to somewhere in Ecuador. Here's just a random ruler. Again, awkward space, so I just had to maximize it. We have a map. This, to me, could be folded up. I think that would be really cool. We have a fish, and then we have some butterfly wings, or moth wings, or whatever, bug wings of some sort. Again, you could color those in. Here's just a big logo, stamp, seal for the Massachusetts Horticultural Society. This is a page out of a field notebook with some sketching, some fish. Here is just a label of some sort of specimen. Here is a diagram of some feathers from a willow wren, whatever that is. This is really pretty. It's got a lot of different colors going on. It's got trees and then florals. So this can be fussy cut. This can be cut down. This could be folded in half. It could be made into a pocket. It can be made into a folder. it can be made into many cool things. Very excited to play with that one. This one is kind of blank, kind of simple, but I really liked it because of the color. I liked that you actually could cut this down. You could cut a strip, you could cut this part out, you could cut this part down, make it into a card, you could fold it, you could do all kinds of fun things because you have so much space to work with. So I was very intentional about using this piece because I think it'll be fun to make into some sort of pocket or envelope or something. Now we get into our snapshots. Here are our found photos. We have a building of some sort. Maybe this is where the naturalist, the people stay. This is on maybe a lake. It'd have to be like a Great Lake or something, or the ocean. I don't know what these birds are. They kind of look like pelicans of some sort, but not. So maybe it's an ocean. Here's two ladies just out with a net doing whatever they're doing in the forest. Here's some guys doing maybe a little bit of a survey. This guy is playing in some shale or some rocks, and here is a bird nest. So you got a little bit of a variety here, and I kept these photos all square, and then the word is escaping, landscape, and then a background. So this is actually a page out of Backgrounds Volume 1. So as I had said in my last video, I'm going to incorporate a background into every single piece, but you would have a duplicate here if you also purchase the backgrounds. One of the backgrounds. There's one volume currently, but there's more coming. Okay, so those are the pieces I have to work with today. I have to keep an eye on the clock because I have to bring my daughter to softball, so I'm going to take a quick break. It won't be a break for you, but I'm going to take a break so I can run her to softball and come back and play. Okay, let's talk about some of the other stuff that we are going to use, or I am going to use rather, for this project. I put a video out last fall sometime. I'll link it below. Lots of links for you guys to enjoy. I put out a video talking about how I gathered all of these materials to create my own kind of like stash busting kit. I've added some things to it since that video, so there's extra pieces in here now, but that is a great way to prepare yourself for a project. Also, I gotta apologize if you hear noises in the background. My youngest is, I don't know what she's doing. She's making a lot of noise. So she's in the living room, which is just outside the door to my office here. And she does know I'm filming, but does also not care because she is 6, almost 7. Okay, so I have these really pretty moths and butterflies. I think they're moths, actually. They're all moths. Printed on, what is this? Tracing paper? I had to ask the little one to stop singing or whatever she was doing. Okay, so this is printed on tracing paper. I believe it's tracing paper. So it's a little bit thinner. So I printed that. I think well, based on how this came out, I think I just tried running it through my printer, but sometimes I tape them down to a regular sheet of paper. I did the same thing on transparency, and then I also have it on regular white photo paper. So I thought that would be kind of fun. This is a printable from Louisa Heinzel. I can't remember what it's called, something moth something. It's on the tip of my tongue. Can't think of what it's called. It's so pretty. It's really cool kit. I would highly recommend you grab it if this is your jam, if you like this kind of stuff. So I also pulled out some other random things from my collection, just bits and pieces here. I added some, I think I got some new goodies from the Junk Journal Studio, maybe, or printed some old stuff I had. Honestly, I can't remember anymore. I definitely have some Margareth 7 Plaza stuff in here, and just all kinds of stuff. So get your stuff ready to go. So I got lots of paper to play with, including my new kit, which I'm excited about. I also have, come back, pulled out some Tim Holtz. What are these called? What are these called? Snapshots? I think that's what they're called. So I have some of those, and I have some vintage papers, some book pages and things like that. So I'm gonna use all that kind of good stuff. I have all my little bits and pieces. So I'm just keeping everything Stay with me, please. Keeping everything in this box so that I can just put everything away and then put it aside and then come back to it. So I got lots of stuff to play with. I did already start cutting out some other pieces before I made my kit. Here's another random piece of paper. I have all these little pieces here that I've already cut, and these are a, I do believe it's called Field Notes from Margareth at Seven Plaza. And maybe some other stuff in there. I can't quite recall exactly what's in there, but just get all your stuff. Get all your fun stuff. Get it out. Get ready to play. Let's see. So I'm going to start making little pieces to go into the folio. So think of this as kind of like a series that we're going to do on making little micro projects, little bits and pieces that's going to go all into this folio. And then we'll work on the folio as we go too, to kind of make it a cohesive thing. So I think the first thing I want to make is some sort of, I need to like just jump in with a very simple project. So I think I'm going to make something I did a couple months ago. I made a really cute little kind of pocket thing. I'm going to make one of those. So let me grab it so we have some inspiration to start with, and then we'll make it. We'll make something. So I have this box here of some of my recent projects, or projects from the last couple of years, I guess. This is the thing I want to, actually this could go in it all on its own, but I want to make another one. So I just have some random projects in here. They're kind of, it's kind of great to have things like this on hand for inspiration. Like, you are your own inspiration when you have stuff like this to go off of. So just going to take this out so we can take a look at it. I think I just kind of, I don't know if I shared it or not. I think I maybe did a peek recently. Let's see. Okay, so this is one piece of cardstock of some sort, and then I've layered on pieces to make this kind of like layered pocket thing. So I'm going to take all the things out of it so we can take a look at the structure, and then go from there. So let's make sure I got all the pieces out. Oh, there's something else in there. Come on, what else is in there? Maybe it needs like some gussets or something. What are we working with here? Yeah. Okay. So I have some random things. So this is a great project for just tucking little things in. So this one has some tags, little tiny tags. I have some leaves, other things. I did this in, I don't know, it was a fall, little bookmarky thing, some different pieces, another ticket, little picture, leaves, tag, not tag, those are labels. Yeah, get it together. Okay, so this piece here is just 3 pieces of paper. I did a corner rounding on the bottom. Everything else is very straight. I could notch it. I could also add some gussets. I did not, how do I say this? This pocket goes all the way down, so something tall could sit in it. That was intentional. And I'm going to do that again. Okay, so we need a base. So let's go ahead. I think I'm just going to use one of my backgrounds. Oh, somebody's calling me. Hold, please. That was my brother calling. I have a feeling I'm going to be feeling guilty here shortly, because he's going to try me a couple more times. That's kind of our thing. He knows that if I'm not available, try me again. I'm more likely to answer and chat with him than call him back. Is that terrible? Yeah. Well, it's kind of a necessity, but anyway. Okay, so I think I'm just going to use this as my background. It doesn't have anything printed on the back. I am not going to worry about that, because I could always cover it later, or, I mean, I could throw this in my printer and print a back to it, or I could ink it. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Let's see. I don't have a ruler. Oh, where's my paper trimmer? I'm willing to bet that my kid took my ruler again. My oldest has been into carving stamps, and specifically carving bugs. So I need her to make me, what am I doing here? Some stamps with big bugs on them. I think that'd be cool. Okay, so this must be 5x7. Yeah, it's a 5x7. Okay, so let's just do that. I'm gonna go to this edge because I really like this dark. Well, actually, it's gonna be covered up mostly. And I just kind of had an idea. Let me trim this piece of paper while I think about this for a second. I was thinking, why don't I fold it in half and create an extra pocket? Yeah, wait, that won't work. Yeah, it will. I have plenty of, okay, that's what I'm gonna do because I really want to show this piece here. So let's see, I want it to be 10 inches wide. So I'm gonna cut off a section and I still want it to be 5 inches tall. No, sorry, 7 inches tall. Whew, that would have been not right at all. Okay. I'm gonna fold it in half because I'm gonna have, sorry, that was loud, the center be a pocket as well. Oh, I should have thought about this because what I could have done is made it so it folded over instead of just putting it edge to edge. Oh, wish I had thought about that. You know what? It's fine. Okay, I'm just gonna fold it in half. I should probably get my scoring board out, but that seems like a lot of work. Then I can just do that. It's not perfect, but I'm gonna, wow, that is wildly wrong. What happened? Okay. Fixing now. Oh my gosh, what is happening here? Apparently I'm a little rusty in my skills, if you can call this skill. Let's just trim it up. Wow, that is really bad. Okay, well, for what it's worth, this is going to be the back, this is going to be the front, this is going to get sealed, and I'm going to corner round? Yeah, I am going to corner round. Okay, let's seal it up first. Boy, are we going to be friends today? It has been a while. I have not been using this. Okay, so I am, oh, hold on. You know what? I just thought of something. I don't want to do that yet. I want to ink a little bit of the inside because you are going to be able to see that when you kind of open the center to put something in it. So I need to stop making a mess. I need a piece of scrap paper so I can do some inking. Let me grab something. All right. Apparently I put a new one on recently. So I'm just gonna ink, oh gosh. I'm just gonna ink the inside. Let's see, is this the top? Yeah, this is the top. So I'm just gonna do the top part a little ways down because you really won't see, I can't imagine you'd see more than that, but, and just for fun. I'll just go around the whole thing apparently because why not? Okay, there, okay, so that solved that. So if this pops open a little, I'll go a little further down, you'll be able to see the inside and it won't be white. There. And because I haven't done it in so long, let's do a little spotting. No, not you, you. Add a few. Keep mindful of just top and bottom. Okay. Oh, it feels so good to be doing this. I haven't done this in so long. I wish I didn't have to go to anything tonight. I have house church tonight, which is lovely. I'm glad we go, but man, I'd really like to just stay home and play and tell the humans, fend for yourselves. You're on your own for dinner, but I can't do that. That's not nice. All right, so let's seal this up. Yeah, this ink. This is not ink. This is glue. This glue is like, what are we doing here? We're doing this again? Yes, we are. I'll go a little heavier on the corner since I'm going to a little bit there. Corner round. All right. Get that sealed up. Okay, so that will create an extra pocket. Very fun. Then I will pick something else to be the front. Make sure that's good and down. And then I'll do a lot more inking. That's gonna bug me. I think I should have glued this side down. I know that seems silly because it's folded, but I don't want it to open all the way to the edge here, but not there. It'll just bug me. So I'm going to just seal this corner closed so that it gives the illusion that it is the same on both sides. Because I don't want to go crazy. There. Oh, maybe a little too far. Open that up a little bit. There, that's better, kind of. I kind of wish I had done that further down. It's fine. It is fine. Okay, so now we need something for the pockets. So these pockets, this is gonna drive me nuts, I don't have my ruler, are 2 by 4.5. 1, 2 by 4, I'm gonna guess 2 by 4.5. Okay, so let's see what we have to play with. What's in the box? I am kind of feeling like, let's see, what is this paper? Yeah, it's cardstock. Ooh, that could be lovely. Something, one of these field notes pieces. Isn't that funny? I showed you guys my new printable and then I'm immediately going to somebody else's, but that's okay. That is, oh yeah, this is beautiful. That's cool. I'm gonna use that. It should, wide enough? Yes. Yeah, I am not concerned about exclusively using my own printables, even though I just debuted it and shared it with you guys, because I'll get to it and I will play with it. These are just, I've been waiting to play with these for so long that I don't even care. I'm kind of desperate to get my brain using these. What else is in here? Okay, so I got a funny story to tell about that. I know where this came from, and I actually have found it myself. And I'm probably going to make it, because I found more pages, and I'm probably going to make a kit with it, because it's really cool. Let's see. That would be cool, too. Ooh, yeah. No, I think I'm going to do this one. It's got a city on it, though. That's okay, I won't use that piece. Okay. Wait, are these colors too similar? They kind of are, but I kind of don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. All right, so let me trim these up and make the pockets. Okay, I did the measurements wrong. Well, I didn't do anything wrong. I guesstimated wrong. This is 3 inches. It's 3 by 4. And now that I look at that, that makes complete sense. Not 2 inches, 3 inches. So let's see. Are these the same? Nope. These are not the same width. This one's skinnier. It's still a little bit big. So here's what I'm gonna do. I really want to use this side. So I'm gonna match them up to this side. And I didn't measure this. So this is about, what is this? Let's see, this is about 4 3/4. Okay. 4 3/4 it is. Actually, this needs to be on top. So 4 3/4 gives us to here. Just do it like this. Okay. We'll keep that piece. So that's 4 3/4. This is already 4 3/4. Okay. Well, that worked out. And then I need it to be 3 inches. And then another 3 inches. Okay, scraps and bits. Okay, I don't need you because I'm only going to do 3 pockets. Well, that one I could use. Okay, let's do some auditioning. See which ones we want to use. Oh, hello, sun. You've been gone all day, and now you want to come and ruin everybody's day. Just kidding. We could use the sun. So sorry for the weird shadowy bits now. It is what it is. If I didn't film when the sun was out or when this happened, I wouldn't be filming until June because the only time I can film is when I get home from work. And when I get home from work, the sun is on the side of my house. So I think we're just going to have to live with shadows. I think it'll be fine. Okay, this is going to be, I think, this pocket here. So I got this new camera last fall, and because I was tired of my phone running out of storage, which I now have a new phone, but in the meantime I decided to bite the bullet, buy a camera specifically for filming, and the battery just died. So that's frustrating. It either overheats or dies, so it really limits my abilities to film. Drives me crazy. So if I was in the middle of saying something, probably not very important, and all of a sudden I cut out, that's because my battery died. Okay, so yeah, I could use this one because that city part is fine, but I want to break it up. So I'm going to do that one, that one. Is this going to bug me? It might. But that has like drippy bits, and drippy bits would not be going up. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make them a little bit smaller. I kind of don't like how they're edge to edge anyway. So where's the one? Okay, this is the one I have to be mindful of. Not gonna worry about that one. I am gonna cut these down a bit more. I don't like that line. So I'm gonna take off that much. That'll solve that problem. Okay. So if we do that one, and that one. Or that one and that one. Nope. Okay, so here's the things my eyes don't like. I don't like these 2 round things together. More round things on that one. Okay, I think you're going to be on the bottom and you're going to be on the top. Something like that. Okay, so looking at this one, the things I like about this is all the stamping, which I won't be able to do here. Didn't think about that. You know what I should have done is the pocket should have been this, and then the plain paper should have been the folder pocket thingies. Well, what am I going to do? Am I going to abandon this whole thing and start over so I can achieve the stamping? Nope. Nope. I'm going to carry on because this is a different project. But I do want to take into consideration that it's going to have stuff poking out of it. Is everything going to be all the same color and drive me crazy? So let's see what this looks like with things poking out of it. What else could I stick in there real quick? Yeah, I think that's gonna be a bit of an issue for me. So I think I'm going to put this aside. No, I am not. I am going to persevere. This is real crafting. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna persevere. I'm gonna make it work with what I've already committed to. Okay, so let me do some inking here while I continue. Nope, I gotta corner round. Let's go with the small one. No, I don't like that. Let's go medium. Okay. So if I want to put things in here that are a bit more simple so that the pockets can have all the busyness, what is that going to look like? I'm sure I'll figure it out. Okay. So I'm just going to ink all of these pieces and these pieces, and we'll go from there. Okay, I have everything inked up. So now, that was the middle. Wait, that goes there. Okay, let's do the bottom one first. No, I gotta do the top one first. Ay. Okay, this is the front. And it's gonna get covered. Okay, so I want this one to go here. Like that. So I'm only going to glue, I almost said ink, I'm only going to glue the sides because again, I want to have the top pocket actually deep. So I can put larger items into that. Okay, so we're gonna go right about here. Oh, it's a little bit, you know what? I'm gonna actually do that. Probably just messed it up because now I'm probably gluing this edge down too far, but that's okay. I'm gonna make it a little interesting and go with a little extra space on this side because then I could add a tab or some stamping. Okay. I'm gonna cover all this loveliness up. Boo. That's about right. Okay, so this, again, just on the sides. Is this right? Yeah. Is that gonna get covered? Wait, oh, I think I did the wrong one. Ah, you know what? Just glue it down. Be done. Alrighty. Is it gonna line up? Almost. No, that's good enough. There's so much going on, you can't even tell. Of course, all the circly things I was like, wait, I don't like that, is gonna be there. Oh well. Okay, this one gets glued all the way around. I'd like to say this is an original idea of mine, but I don't think it is. I think I saw somebody make this and can't tell you who it was, but I would venture a guess that it is Margaret. I'm sure I got inspiration from her or me in making a project she did. I just can't remember because I made this one last fall and I can't remember that. That was a long time ago. Okay, so now we have our little folder with an additional pocket. So I'll let that dry for a minute and then we'll start embellishing that. So let's do a quick evaluation of this one again. So had I done this before I started constructing it, I would have remembered that what I liked about this was all the stamping. But truthfully, once you get all those bits and pieces in, you kind of can't see the stamping. And I'm guessing that I probably stamped it that way because once I got done, I was probably like, it's kind of boring. But there are still plenty of things on here that I can add again to this one. So I can do some stamping up here. I can do some stamping on the side. I can do a little bit on the bottom. And I can add, like here I added an old piece of book page. I can add like a band across it or add little tags and tabs. Yeah. Okay, so let's take a look at what's in here. What can I put in here? What do I want to put in here? Make some room here. A feather sticking out would be kind of cool. Ooh, this is nice and long. I could stick that in there. This would make a good bookmark. Let's see. Bird notes. I feel like that'll make a cool pocket front. I'm going to use this piece for sure. This is going to be my problem, is I'm like, oh, but that would make this and that would make that. I should wait and hold on to it. Don't hoard your digitals by all means. That is the one thing you should not do, is hoard digitals. Use them and then print them again. And then print them two to a page. Print them enlarge. Print them on different types of paper. Experiment. Play. Use your digitals. Don't keep buying them. I mean, buy mine. But use them. Challenge yourself. You're not allowed to buy another digital, mine included, until you've used one that you recently purchased or something. I don't know. Some entrepreneur I am. Like, here's my product, but I'm not going to use it, and I'm going to tell you don't buy any more stuff. That's not entirely right, but okay. This, I think, will be super cool. So that's going to need some distressing and inking. Let's see. How tall do I want things to poke out? Oh, that's about... Let's do this piece. I don't know what it is, but let's do this. Let's use this one. My husband just got home. So he will be banging around and making noise too. These people have no consideration. Just kidding. So if you have been following my channel for a while, and a while meaning at least a year, or have caught up on all my videos from at least a year ago, I have, I guess, a life update I can share while I'm pulling pieces out of here. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Kelli. You might have caught that at the beginning. I am a paper crafter and now also an Etsy store owner. Welcome. And if you are new here and you're liking what you're getting here, I would love for you to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Even though there's not been a lot of new content lately, that's kind of how I am. I don't have a schedule. I can't promise when I can make content because I am a busy mom. I have 2 daughters and I have a not quite full-time job, but a job that takes a lot of time. I work in a school, so I am on a teacher. I'm not a teacher, but I am on a teacher's schedule. So I have summers off, so I definitely do a lot more then. What else is there about me? I've been doing a lot of paper crafting for over half my life. So I am 46 years old and I live in Minnesota. That's a lot of personal information, but I am an open book. Okay, so the life update I wanted to share pertains to my husband. About a year ago, it's probably about a year ago, maybe a little more, a little less, I shared that he was diagnosed with cancer, colon cancer, colorectal cancer, stage 3. That diagnosis was a year ago. He is doing fantastic. He is cancer-free. He went through 6 months of chemo. He had a major surgery, had his entire colon removed, and he is free of cancer, no signs of cancer. He is doing really, really well. So thank you again, all the people that were praying and sending me well wishes and checking in on me. It was very appreciated. It got us through a really hard time. And now he's doing great and we are doing great and we are feeling very blessed. And I am a Christian and I do occasionally talk about my faith on this channel. So if you're looking for that kind of content, I have some older videos. I don't talk about it all the time, but it is something that I share openly and enthusiastically. So yes, God played a huge role in my life the last year. And prayers are very meaningful. So thank you to all those who were praying for us. We are doing great. So I thought I'd give you a little update. And hopefully that's the last time I talk about cancer, because honestly, I don't really want to talk about it anymore. We are done. I had a bit of a scare myself this last month, well, in February, was having some weird, I mean, let's be real. I'm 46 years old, so things are happening. Let's just be honest with each other. And I had a little bit of a scare. I had to go in and get a mammogram and an ultrasound and all the works, and everything came back fine. But I'll tell you what, that perimenopause sucks. And I never even heard the word until I got to be this age, and it is not cool. Anyway, that's a lot of personal information, but yeah, if you've been around a while, you know I share stuff. If you are new around here, well, welcome. There was a little crash course on what you get on Kelly's channel. Okay, so I have pulled a few pieces out. I'll probably go back in and pull more, but I want to get some, I want to play and destroy some paper here. So this is one of my found photos that I have. So I shared this last video, and I'll talk about it again. These photos that I have are, I scan them, or if I happen to find a photo or however I have obtained the photos, I have digital versions, right? Obviously, because you have now a digital version. But I go in and not always, but a majority of them, I probably will do this just to clean up anything. Sometimes I change the coloring a bit. I warm it up, or maybe I tone it down a little, and then I will add like a photo. Here, it probably makes sense if I showed you all of them. I add in a vintage photo frame, or the edge. So like none of these looked like this, the originals. For example, this is actually a photo that's probably about this big. There's another 2 guys in it, but I wanted to focus in on this. And I played with the coloring, and this one was really light already, so it was really hard to get it the darker without losing some of the detail. So, and they're supposed to look like vintage, worn, old photos, so it's intentional. And it's okay. The other thing is, like, this one has some tearing here, so to take advantage of that little tear that is printed, I'm actually going to tear it in that same spot. Same thing down here. Yeah. Kind of rough it up a little bit more, give it a little bit more interest, kind of pull it apart a little. Yeah. Okay. Now do some inking. But we get that closer. So you can really have fun with these and kind of make them more authentic looking, I guess. Like here, there's a little bit of what would look like a tear. So you can definitely achieve that by just ripping paper. I had a lighter. I don't know why. It must have been burning a candle or something. I had a lighter here for a while, and I was actually burning paper occasionally. That was kind of fun, but also a little dangerous. There's another rip right there. But this is how you can achieve kind of that authentic vintage look. And then just add a little smudge here and there. Yeah. So I've already done some of the distressing for you in my printables, but I left a lot up to you. Because that's the fun part, is getting creative with how you're going to, oh, that's going to be paper clipped on. That's going to look great. Yeah, so you have the ability to expand on the item with your own creativity, right? Let's see. I wish my camera would tell me how much battery I have left. I think it should be good. I put in a better battery. I have some off-brand aftermarket batteries that I purchased, and then I have the one it came with. So the one it came with is in there. That should last a little longer. Man, I'll tell you, when I wanted to film last week, I was so frustrated with my technology. It had been so long that I kind of had to relearn how to use my camera. And then my microphone apparently has a battery in it, which I guess kind of makes sense. So, and it's like those little round batteries. So I had to order replacement batteries because of course they didn't sell those at Target. And I was like, it's doomed. I'm never going to be able to do this. Oh, you know what I need? I need to print the boo-boo tape that Margareth made. I was interrupted. What was I talking about? Boo Boo tape. Yeah. Margaret has a digital file. You can get it on her coffee site. Never going to say that right. For vintage tape. Vintage tape. She calls it Boo Boo tape, which is so cute. I bought the file. I have yet to print it, but I actually have right in front of me a pile of it that I pulled off of something else, but I think that would be great. Of course, I have the Tim Holtz stuff too. I could just pull that out, which I very well could, but I want to support my fellow creatives. I mean, also supporting Tim Holtz. He's very creative, right? He's a fellow creative. But yeah, this needs some tape. Let me grab some here. I'm just going to grab the Tim Holtz stuff. Okay, let's see. Let's go with this one. I want to put it on this one. Oop, come on now. Right there. Oh. Why does that just make my heart flutter? It's so gorgeous. Okay, this is actually really kind of liking how this is coming together. Okay, so these pieces here, we need something with a little bit more color though. This is a lot of brown. So what else could we put in there? Could throw a fern in there. I don't want to do that. Let's see, what are these ladies up to? Let's see, what do we have so far? We have some sort of measuring things going on. There's a net. It is not for fishing, but could be fish, but I think it's more likely that they are doing something with butterflies or moths. So I think we need, oh yeah, we're gonna do the wings, and I think I'm gonna get out some colored pencils, maybe color them in a little, make it look like the explorer, the person, was kind of modeling it after whatever it is they found. So that, of course, didn't get any more color, but that will change. Those moths, where are those moths? Okay, I pulled these out, and I also grabbed all these little things because I'm thinking a slide. I think I have to have one in here somewhere. Oh, and I was talking about a tab. Oop, hello, come back. Let's pull that out just for now. Oh, I have something else fun to share. I think I'll hold, oh, let's try that. I think I'll hold off on busting that out. Maybe a tag, maybe that one. Oh, that's a cute little one. Let's use that too. Oh, look at these little folders. Forgot about those. Oh my gosh, this just makes me so happy. That is one advantage of, there's another one. Taking a break from your crafty stuff is that when you come back to look at it, it's like all brand new. Because I can't remember half of this stuff, which is sad. Okay, I've grabbed some more bits and pieces. Got some stuff to work with. This could be cool. This could also be cool just as its own thing in there, but let's see here. If we put that in there, you're gonna get clipped there. Tuck you in. Let's just kind of see how this is all coming together. Oh, you know what? I don't think I want to use this here because I forgot about this part. Except for there's nothing on the back. That's okay. Oh, that just, yeah. Ruler, something else, a little paper clip, something with the moth. Maybe one of the moths like attached here somehow, and this can kind of go under it. Maybe. Oh, I was kind of in the middle of a thought, and then I just, my brain meandered. This is what I was going to pull out. I got this. I haven't opened it yet because I thought it'd be fun to unbox with you guys. So I think I'll do this in a future video, but I got this whole kit here. I think it's a journal and then ephemera. I got one for my daughter for Christmas, and then I was like, well, I'll just buy one too. So that'll be fun to play with, but I'm not going to bust that open now, even though it does have green. That might be nice. Okay, I had said maybe a tab. Oof, I don't think so. Not that one, at least. What's this one look like? I don't think so. I think I'll just do stamping. Let's save those for another day. Okay, let's look at these moths. What can we do here? Ah, it hurts my eyes. Okay. I might have to go back in and edit this. Not edit. Let me rephrase that. I'm not editing any of the artwork, but format. That's the word I wanted. Format it for my silhouette to cut these out because I don't love fussy cutting that much. But what about? I thought I printed these on vellum. I guess I did not. What if? How does this look? Okay, so this was built, if I recall, that they layer over each other somehow. How does this work? Are they the same shape? Okay, so yeah, these ones. So they runs this way. These are all the same shape. These are all the same shape. These are all the same shape. Yeah, that seems to be right. Okay, so those two layered. Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, I like that a lot. Or the script layered over it is cool too. But I really like that. Okay. Oh, it's fussy cutting. Ugh. I don't like it. Okay, we're gonna do that one and this one with the little red dots is really calling to me. So I got a lot going on. Except for, do I want to use that one again? Here's the problem. I printed these so close to the top. Boo. Let's look at this situation here. Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that one yet. Oh, no, I'm covered in glue. Okay, this, seriously. Oh, it's everywhere. This is what I'm going for. Layered on top of each other. How am I gonna fussy cut this? Oh, really not looking forward to this. Oh, let's try this. We're gonna glue it in the middle. Is that kinda on? Yeah. Ooh. Oh, come on now. There. Okay, I just need that to glue. So I'm gluing the body together. Then, ideally, I will come in and fussy cut it. It should stay together. So that also has to dry. Okay. What else should we put in here? So that's gonna get clipped there. I do have to ink these too, so do that. What else? What else should we stick in there? Well, let's go to the fun stuff. All right, so I've kind of built a story now. It seems to be moths and butterflies. Should it also have something to do with the bugs that they eat? Maybe. Cut that. Nah, I think I have enough fussy cutting going on. I'm kind of over that. What else do I want to put in here? I have a photo, so I don't really want that. How about a map? Should I put them? You know what, let's not load it all into one project. That's ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna set that again aside. All right, so one final plug for this digital. It's very affordable. All my digitals will always be very affordable. Again, this is called Naturalist Notes Volume 1. I hope you like it. I hope you will check it out. I would really hope you'll buy it, but I hope you'll at least go visit my shop and see what else I have to offer. There's not a whole lot yet, but, well, I guess it depends on when you're watching this video. As of right now, filming time, end of March 2025, I don't have a ton on there, but I'm getting there. I got lots of stuff in the works. Okay. What was I going to do? Where's my other little... Hold on. I'm coming back to you. I have realized that editing takes a long time. So sometimes I'm just going to let the camera roll. And so if I'm off camera for a second talking to you, it is what it is. It's just... You know, I want to get this content out and to you guys. I don't want to waste a lot of my time. It's not a waste. That didn't come out right. I don't want to spend as much time on editing as I have in the past, because as fun as it is, it's not that valuable to me. Okay, no, we cannot have anything else. These colors. We got to find something else here. What else can we embellish with? Nope, it's not about birds. Oh, that's... Okay, that doesn't help me with the don't put any more of that color on, but it is a good piece. Probably need like a little box or something for this stuff. Blue? No. Nope. Stickers. Whatever this is. Herbarium. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, here's another piece. No. Oh, this could be fun. No. Got a date. Little tiny envelope. Should I throw a red label in? Nah. Okay. Oh, this is going to be fun. I think fold it in half. Make something cool. A little timetable. Field entry, flowers. Oh, maybe something about flowers. If you think about, well, these aren't butterflies. I guess they're moths, but moths probably eat pollen or something. I don't know what moths eat. They probably eat other bugs. Now that I think about it, that makes a whole lot of sense. Something, ooh, a round one. Oh, yeah, I've got a whole, no, let's say I have a whole another box of labels and stuff, but no, that defeats the purpose of building a kit that you can quickly access stuff in. Okay. We'll throw that in, That's gonna get, I gotta get a paper clip. Let me get a paper clip. I have been storing all of my metal pieces, my hardware, in this drawer system, and there we go. There's a paper clip. I also have these. Nope, that ain't it. What are these called? Oh, come on now. These teeny tiny clips. But I don't want to add a lot of bulk. Oh, hardware. Do I put an eyelet and then hang a little pin off of it? No, how about, ooh, oh wait, that's a pocket. That doesn't work. Never mind. I'll have to use that another time. I was thinking of an eyelet and then like a tag hanging off, but I'll do that on something else. All right, let's see. We got all of our projects to cut apart. Not cut apart. Yes, cut apart. Ink, cut apart. I got all the things. Okay, this. I still have to do something with this. I feel like I've been doing this for a long time and done nothing yet. You ever feel that way when you're crafting? All of a sudden you're like, gosh, I have been spending a lot of time on this project and feel like I haven't done anything yet. That, I love that. Okay, and then, let's see. Okay, I'm going to try this out and then I'll do the rest off camera because boring. You guys don't want to watch me fussy cut. Oh, yeah. This, I think this will work just fine. Only thing I didn't think about was the inking thing, and I already glued it together. I'll make it work. Okay, let me cut this part. I'll be back. Okay, almost done. That was not as hard as I thought it would be. So I just have this last bit. So gluing it together at some point really did work well. So if you're going to do the same thing, I would recommend that. Oh, of course I get to the end. Okay, so that was not as challenging as I thought it would be. And then I want to pop the wings up a bit. I'm going to kind of give them a little bit of a bend. I want them to be dimensional, so I want that to kind of stick up. Come on. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Look at, okay, that's exactly what I wanted. I want it to be there, but then the photo could like tuck in there. Either way. Yes. Okay, so let's just take this off so we can see what we're working with here. Okay, so that gets attached. Okay, so I just had to ink it. Cutting it together does, I will say, make this inking process a little bit more challenging, but it's doable. I don't know about those antennas, how I'm going to get around those, but it will work. Like, how am I going to get in there? Am I even in frame? I'm sorry, I'm really kind of all over. I think my camera is overheating, so I think I'm going to have to take a quick break, and hopefully the lighting lasts me a little longer. So I will do that. I'm going to take a break, and while I'm thinking about the next parts I'm going to do, I'm going to ink all the other things I haven't inked yet, because that's boring. You guys don't want to watch that. And then we'll carry on. So I will, well, won't be much time for you, but for me, I will be back. Okay, I have almost everything inked. The only thing I didn't ink yet was this ruler, because as I was distressing it, I kind of thought, ooh, I want this to look like it has been something, even though it only goes to 8 and so many, it's not even to scale. I mean, it's missing a 6, like, but regardless, I want it to look like this is maybe something that this person has been able to just pull out of their folio and grab as a little tiny thing they can take with them when they are observing moths. Yeah. So we need a measuring device. So I was thinking of just doing, how do I want to do this? I think I want to do this, because we want it to look like it's been kind of folded up in the pocket or something. Okay, so now I'm going to do the inking. I did distress the edges just a bit, not a ton. I just wanted it to have a worn edge. And now I'm not going to worry about the back, because all of these things are probably going to just stay in there forever. Not taking them out. But now what I'm going to do is ink all of those creases. That will help kind of age it, make it look a little bit more used and like it had some function. Okay, so then, oh, I got another one here. Okay, so then it would go like, how did I have it? Something like that? Okay. But I'm not going to fold it up when I stick it in there. I just wanted it to have the creases. So then it can get tucked in there. Then it kind of has a little not texture, but a little bit of, I don't know what the word is. Interest. When in doubt, call something of interest. Okay, so we need to do some stamping, I think is what I've figured out. Oh, I was going to attach, I think I wanted to attach this more over here. No, that's where the butterfly is going to be. Ah, it's not a butterfly, it's a moth. Get it right. There. I'm going to put this little tiny label there. Okay, so that'll go back there when it's ready. Yeah. I have not glued, I did ink the rest of this. I have not glued it down yet. I'm gonna wait to the end because I think it's gonna get in the way. This can just go in this pocket. Like that. And then I have, let's see, the butterflies going there. I think I want to cover up this Acme paper thing. Let's start working on, okay, let's start working on this thing. And then we have, this is kind of like its own little mini project. I'll come back to that. Okay, stamping. Let's do some stamping. So I want to grab out, I have all of my stamps here. Let's see what we got. No. Do I want to use this for anything? No. Moth. Probably put something on there. The stars. No. No. These are always, there's always something on those. And then I have my new sets. I'm not going to use any signatures, so I can set that aside, but this is registered. So this is a Craft Social stamp. It is available in my Etsy shop for $12 US. Shipping, handling, not included. There's my tiny commercial. That's not why I pulled it out though. I'm going to use it. I'm kind of thinking I might use it actually more on here. So let's do something here. Okay, I'm going to use this here. Oh, who's texting me? Since my phone is not the item I'm recording with, it's weird to me that it can do things, talk to me while I'm doing things. Never used to have that. I was kind of not available to the world before. Let's just go with this giant number. Oh, where are my blocks? I don't have my, I did not get this wet. I do not want to get up. So here's what I'm going to do. Put a little bit of water in there. Because I'm lazy. And I'm just going to let it soak up a little so that when I'm ready to clean off my stamp, hopefully that'll work. Okay, I'm going to go with, I think I'm going to go darker because there's so much brown, so much warm brown. I think I want to go with something dark. So how about ground espresso? Yeah, well, let's use that. Wonder if I need to worry about re-inking my stamps at some point here. Or not my stamps, my ink pads. Oh, I wanted it a little darker. I think I should have gone with scorched timber, but it's all right. Okay, let's see, did that work? Good enough. Ooh, that thing needs to be cleaned. Okay, got a number on there. That's gonna go up here. So then it's gonna go up here. On my other one, I have a bug. So maybe part of a moth. Oh, I have a little tiny bug coming up here at this very edge. That is so cute. What else did I do here? I've got some interesting inking here. Not sure what that is. Oh, I just got a text about my Thrive Market order I gotta address. I do not need them to be sending me anything I don't want. I made that mistake with a HelloFresh recently. It was on our doorstep and I went, no, I did not mean to order that. Where did the bugs go? Here we go. Okay, let's go with, goodness gracious. I think my stamps are, interesting. I'm not sure if they're yellowed because of a color I used or because I haven't used them in a while. I hope, it can't be yellowing because there's only certain ones that are yellowed, so that doesn't make any sense. It must be I didn't clean them very well last time. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay. I'm going to use this little one. And I think what I'm going to do, what color? What color? let's just stick with this ground espresso. I'm gonna actually do it upside down. Hopefully that looks cool. Oh, that looks weird. Uh-huh. Oh well. I'm going to do the tip of the wings here. Okay, that works. I don't know about that upside down one, but it's all right. It is what it is. Going with it. Okay. Got a moth on there. This is always a good little number set. I'm gonna have to remember to not have my phone on my desk when I'm filming or mute it, because I'm sure that's annoying. Because if you have the same notification tone as I do, you probably all just looked at your phones thinking, well, you're probably actually using your phone to watch this, but maybe not. And now you were just like, wait, was that my phone? How obnoxious. Okay, that looks good. Let's just glue this down so we don't have to worry about it any longer. Let's go ahead and go right like that. All right, then how about, I don't want any mushrooms. Could I use field label right there? That spot looks like it needs something, but I do think I should go with a darker ink. Is it weird to switch? I don't think so. Okay, I think the problem is I put Scorched Timber in with my green and blue inks, even though it's kind of green. It is one that I usually leave with all my darker and neutral colors. All right, field label is gonna go there. A little crooked, all right. What else? Oh, this feels so good. Let's be busy with my stamps. Let's see. Okay, I wanted to, no, let's finish the stamping. I want something here. What do I want? Oh, how about the word enclosure? And let's do it in red. I love using red. Crackling campfire. What's the other one that I always use? I can't think of what it's called. Barn door. Let me deal with these text messages. Okay, silenced. I guess I will remember to do that going forward. Okay, let's do, what did I pick here? Crackling campfire. I think it's a little more orange, I think. One of them's more orange. Let's go with, oh, there's so many circles on here though. No, that's where the butterfly is gonna be. Yeah, I don't like that anymore. There's too many circles on here. So let's go to this one. Book number collect. Oh, I like that. I think I need a bigger block. No. Okay, this video is going to be long just because I'm out of practice. So if you're still with me, thanks. I hope you're crafting too, or getting some inspiration, taking notes. Make one of these. This is fun. This can be, I mean, this can be any theme. You can make it paper dolls, I don't know. Anything you want. Put it together, make it, fill it, love it. Okay, one more thing above that. What? Okay, this says book number 1801, collect. This says book number classification. I don't know, is that redundant? Does it matter? Who cares? How about not in red? Wait, is that right? Yeah. How about in scorched timber? I don't know, I feel like I have to tell you the colors I'm using. I guess it's important. You might really like a color and say, well, what was that? Let's do that. That fills out the space. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Then, should I use one of my stamps? Probably should. What do I want to put on here? Ooh, shipment. No, it's not really a shipment. It's more of a record. It's more, yeah. Let's just put that word on there. I keep using the wrong blocks. Doesn't really matter. Oh, let's put it down here next to this word. Those are numbers. Whoa. That's cool. One thing I'm going to point out about my stamps is that they are, well, one, they're made in the United States. Two, I hate losing the film backing. Let me do this real quick. Okay, the manufacturer I use, they come to me, and therefore they go to you, with the backing taped on, like taped together. And this is genius. So I've actually done this to like all my stamp sets with this, or the majority. So you never have to like try to find that clear backing page. So all my stamps come that way with this already attached. And I would highly recommend you go and get all your clear stamp sets and do this, because it is so helpful. I think I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna use that for the other thing. Okay. I don't know if it needs much else, because I'm gonna be putting this guy on here, and then the photo is gonna be attached to it. So I don't really need to worry about anything else here. That's gonna go there, and then all the other stuff will get tucked in. So yeah, that is why I spent so much energy stamping, is because otherwise it was just kind of plain. So that's why I did all the stamping, which makes sense here, but this is getting covered. This and this kind of get covered up by whatever's inside. So I'm not gonna worry anymore about covering any of that. If I come back and I'm like, I hate it, I need more stuff, I can do that then. Let's worry about the stuff that's going in it. Okay, so I really tried to ink in here. I got the back successfully, but that part was not so much. So I'm just not gonna worry about it. Okay, so oh, poor little antennas. I'm only gonna clip this on. I'm not gonna glue it or anything. I just wanna, come on, clip it in place. Like that. Okay, then I can better assess where this is going to go. Right like that. Okay, so I'm just going to glue that wing down, and then only because I don't want to have to fiddle with the placement again, glue that side down. Okay. So the bottom layer of wings is glued down. The top layer is left to flutter, or whatever you want to call it. Alrighty. I'm not going to attach this little label either, because I don't want to. Oh, it is so tiny though. Okay, that goes like that. Come on! And then... Come on, everybody scooch over. Give the moth some space. And then that goes like that. So cute! Okay, let's do this. I need some, oh gosh. I really want to use some colored pencils, but I don't know where they are. It's watercolors. I found them. I don't know what colors I have. Well, I mean, I guess I do know what colors I have, because it shows me. These are actually watercolor pencils. And do I have a brush with water in it? It's like a tiny dash. I have another one. Oh yeah, I have, yeah, there's more in that one. Oh, this is the one I want. It's very small, a very small brush. Okay, these are just water brush pens. I got them on Amazon. I think they're linked. I can't guarantee that, and I might forget to link it. But water brush pens, simple. Okay, I'm going to just color in, guess I'm using orange, these wings. I don't know what this would look like in real life, so I'm just going to do that. And then I suppose down here, we're going with a striped look. Yeah, okay. Then how about green? Let's do, yeah, let's do some green. And maybe here. I hope this turns out, because in my head it's gonna look amazing. In reality, I don't know. And then how about, let's see, what colors did I just use? I used orange and this color, right? Eek. Or was it this color? I don't remember. Okay, for this last part, how about yellow? Let's go with this yellow. A little bit dramatic, a little darker. Okay, let's see if this works. Oh gosh. All right. I should probably just do one color at a time, or it's going to be weird. Here, what am I doing here? Let's use this. This is not a natural skill for me. Watercoloring, painting, any of those things are kind of outside of my comfort zone, but I love it. I wish I did it more. I don't know. I just don't. I actually am going to do a, what's it called? Paint by number. I bought a tiny little hummingbird picture, paint by number. I'm going away in a couple weeks on a crafty weekend with my best friend and her 2 daughters and my 2 daughters. We're going to have a little girls' weekend, and we rented a craft retreat house that my best friend and I have been to many, many times. It was, how do I say this? It had an opening. The lady that runs it had an opening, and she reached out to my friend and said, do you want to host a retreat? Because I have an opening and I'll give you a deal. And so you have to have a minimum of 6 people, or you pay for a minimum of 6, which we've done that before. Actually, there's some family. We just decided the cost was, we kind of got the same deal. We were like, okay, if we divide it by there was 5 of us. We're like, if we divide that whole cost between the 5 of us, it's very affordable. We'll do it. So we decided that dividing it just amongst really the 2 of us, because our kids aren't paying, we decided it was still a good deal to go away. And it's not very far. That's kind of the nice thing, because we have busy lives. And the girls love to craft. They love to spend time together. We love to do that. So we are going to take them and do kind of a mini retreat. Kind of show them what it's like when we go away. So we're going to kind of do the same things we do with, planning meals and the whole works. It'll just be no extra help because it's just me and my best friend. Well, that's not fair because the girls are 14, 13, 11, and going to be 7 by then. So as long as we can keep the 7-year-old entertained. That's my youngest, Lily. She spent her whole weekend making creations out of clay. She did paint. Oh wait, I just exhausted another battery. So how long is this video? Oh my gosh. I think I better wrap it up soon here. Okay, we got that done. Let's get all these away. Right before the thing died, so it was loud, I realized I threw away a piece of ephemera, or one of these. So I think I'm gonna hold off on this and do this another day, because I really want to spend some time stamping this, and this I think would be cool on there. I don't know what I want to do with this. I might add a little pocket or something. So I'm gonna hold on to that for another day. And then I think and I'll use that stamp set then. So I think I'm kind of ready to just put this all away and see how it all comes together. Okay, we're gonna put that there. This is gonna go, and then other things can go in here. This doesn't have to be done. I'm gonna put this back here. Yeah, so I want to put that on there. I want to stamp something on it. Okay, I'm gonna staple this on. Oh, did I show you guys this before? I forgot about this. Oh my gosh, I'm down to one stamp, or staple. Well, I'll have to make some more. I'm so sorry. Hopefully I could edit that out. I just bashed my stapler. I filled my stapler with alcohol inked staples. So they are no longer silver, they are alcohol inked. So I need to make more, or find more. Okay, I want to put something on here. I'm gonna put the word registered. I'm just gonna stamp that in red. And I wanna put it like that. Oh, that just, love it. That added some interest. Okay, so registered, you can't see. Let's put something on here then, right at the top. How about record expired? No. Let's put this away. Order member notice dated shipment. Shipment. Oh, that's upside down. How about... No, that's weird. Wait, why is it weird? None of this makes sense. It doesn't even matter. I'm going to use the word collect. I like that word. And I'm going to use that in red also. Collect. Very cool. And I'm going to put the word filed on it also. Filed is right here. That one I'm going to do in whatever this is. Ground espresso. I'm going to do it like that. And I'm going to do it like that. Okay. And put that there. All right. Okay, let's clear the decks and take a look at it. When I put the new battery in, I might have made the camera a slight bit crooked. So hopefully I can fix that in editing. If it is a little crooked, my sincerest apologies. I will get better at that. Apparently I have to relearn how to do all of this filming stuff. Okay, so here is my original inspiration that I had made. Filled with, I don't know where all this stuff went here. Oh gosh. Man, oh man, am I loud. Here's all the bits that were in there. So I gotta put those back away, so I can put that away. Here's what we ended up with. I love it, but I also thought, ooh, maybe another piece or two of this. So we've got this little guy. How about we put, is this, what side is this on? What's going on here? Is this the sticker side? No. Is this the sticker side? What is wrong with me? Ah! Okay, that's the one I'm going to use then. It's kind of weird that it's clear. And where is this going? I want it at the top. It's going to go like that. Okay, piece of tape there. And then I have one there. I don't think I need any more than that. Do I? I do. I need one. I want one on this photo. This one. And it's gonna go down here, but I want to wrap it around. Like that. Like that. Okay. Now, let's take a look at it. Gosh, what a mess. Okay, so that is going to go into the folio. I'm not even going to bother pulling that back out. We'll look at that another time. So now we've got this cute little ephemera holder. I still can decorate the back. I can do something here. This can get tucked in, or maybe not tucked in that way because we have this cute moth. So, okay, so we have our little fluttery moth. I'm definitely going to make more of those. I think that would be fun to make more layers and maybe sew it all together. So I might play with that. Got a little snapshot, a little found photo, little colored version of moth wings. It's a very colorful moth. And a little card, a measuring tape. I can fit more stuff in there. A little information about one of our tools, and then a chart or a graph of some sort of table of some information. So, okay, that was a very long process, but I guess when you're rusty, it takes you a little longer. But this was a fun project. I can see making more of those for sure. So hopefully you will make one too, in whatever theme you are. If you're following along with me on my field notes style folio, let's see what other kind of fun stuff we can make. So next time, maybe, I don't know what I'll do next time, but I do have this little guy to work on. So I would like to finish him up, and I don't know what I'll make it into. I want to use this here somehow. I just think that looks cool. Or there. Oh, that looks really cool. Hopefully I remember that. And then I might add something in so it becomes a little pocket. Maybe I'll make an ID card. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe we need an ID card so we know who this story is being built around, or at least one of the people. Yeah. Maybe I'll do that next time. Okay, well, friends, thanks for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this project. Don't forget to go and check out, not those. Well, yeah, go check that out for sure. I'll link these below. But go check out my Etsy shop. Go check out Naturalist Notes Volume 1. We'll play with this again soon, but we'll play with all of our friends' stuff. I'm not saying exclusively Craft Social. I know that might be totally out of the norm, but that's just how I roll. So, but yeah, if you like this, go check it out. And all the links for everything I talked about that I remember to link is in the description below. So thanks, friends, for hanging out with me. I will see you next time. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you next time. Bye.